Shawn Persaud of S&D Performance plans to dominate the same way he did in Suriname drag races right here in Guyana at the King of Drags Part 2. Tell me a bit about yourself.
My name is Shawn Persaud. I'm from S&D Auto, the workshop. Yeah, basically mechanic work, generally Toyotas, pickup and cars.
So how you got into motor racing and dragging and so on?
Motor racing is from growing up as a kid, going to the circuit, loving racing. Then got into some friends who were into racing, followed them up. And then after being around a lot of Toyotas, I wanted to build a Toyota that I could prove myself with. So I started with the Toyota Carino. I got far away with that, but traction was really limited with that, so I jumped over to this setup, which is the four-wheel drive, and I started to get a little bit of time in. So from there, you keep working ahead.
All right, so tell me a bit about what you did to this car so far.
This car is basically a street car. There is no modification with the drivetrain whatsoever. It's just the engine alone. We built it, the last dyno was around 750. But we're doing a little upgrade now to make it a little bit higher to see if we can get it more top end.
Okay, so what's the bracket you're running currently on the quarter mile?
Last best time I did at Guyana Drags was 9.1. I'm sure I'm into the 8-second class now with big boys, but I don't know directly which 8s, if it's high 8s or low 8s. So the next time in setup at South Dakota we'll see.
So do you have any other modifications you want to do, or are you comfortable within the 8-second bracket?
The next modification I will have to do is the drivetrain, because it's not holding up to the horsepower. It keeps breaking all the time. Every time you try to launch hard, it would break something. So the next modification we'll be doing is the transmission. We have to upgrade the transmission, and that will bring us down to very low 8s.
Now, you said this car is completely street legal.
Completely, yeah. The only modification this car has is the engine. The whole suspension and the drivetrain is all stock. It's full interior, everything. Air conditioned, stereo, everything is in it.
Okay, so what's the maintenance like on this with the engine that you're running now?
The car engine is very durable. The only maintenance we got is the fuel that we run. It will be real expensive to drive around, is that.
Other than the transmission that you want to upgrade, do you have any other modifications you want to do to?
No, the next definite upgrade is the transmission, which I tell you, that will take us down to very low 8s in Guyana, and probably 9s in Suriname.
Well, speaking about Suriname, I know you was over there and you dominated in that class.
Yeah, it wasn't that easy, because when we first was there, we broke the transmission the very first pull, and we had to replace the transmission, and we had to turn it down a little to keep competing throughout the day. So it was good after all.
Coming off of that, being dominant over there, even though you did what you had to do to maintain, how important is it for you to have the same showing home in Guyana?
Yeah, we will be. We always go there to do the best we could. So we're looking forward not to land so hard and continue to be durable throughout the day.
There's not a lot of pressure as much as it would be in Suriname and Guyana.
No. The track is a non-prep track in Guyana, so we wouldn't have that much issues as we had in Suriname. The track has a lot of room in Guyana to play with.
I know you're into drag racing now. How come you chose drag racing instead of like circuit racing?
Well, basically, it's because I wanted my son to get into the drag racing and not the circuit racing first. But eventually we will do the circuit racing as well, yeah.
So what's the goal you set for yourself in dragging? You want to be the most dominant in the 8-second class? What is it?
No, we just try to keep better. Every time we go there, we try to do better, and it seems to be doing so far.
What's the next car we could see you coming, you building to come back?
In drag racing?
Yeah.
No, this car will take me a far away. I wouldn't be going to the next drag racing car. The next car will be a circuit racing car. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks a lot, man, and best of luck.
All right, thanks.